Hey Yarnies, hey Crafters, my name is Tina and welcome to my channel, Yarning with T. Marie. If you're new here, welcome, and my returning Yarnies and Crafters, hey! If it looks like I'm looking off the camera, I am. We are recording today from my cell phone, so the camera's here, going to look at it, but obviously you're used to recording, you look at the middle of the screen, so if I am completely off, sorry. Couple of things, social medias. My YouTube, obviously, Yarning with T. Marie, welcome. My Facebook is Riley's Knitting Needle. And my Instagram is all lowercase, Riley's _knitting _needle. I know I've been MIA for, we're going to look at the camera. I know I've been MIA probably a week and a half. I did not get the work done on my teeth as financially, it's a little rocky. But I was finally able to get my second dose of prescription, which I'm so much better now. So I did not craft in the 2 weeks. Bits and bobs here and there. So I'm looking back in the middle. Bits and bobs here and there of the birthday blanket that's supposed to be done in literally 7 days. Good times. And I did work on a little bit of a sock. That's about it. So I worked on 2 projects, excuse me. I worked on the birthday blanket and I worked on my Patton's Croix sock. And I wanted to show my Costa Eyelet a little bit of love, but again, I got to switch the yarn back and forth and, kind of becoming, better and getting off of my sickies. I still had those moments where I'm like, I just kind of want to lay down, I actually played some Skyrim. I updated my Switch. I've actually been playing Skyrim for the last couple of days. I have owned that video game for every single system you can think of, and I've beaten that game over 30 times. There's nothing like Skyrim, so spending my time doing that. Good times. Anywho, as you know, like I said, I don't have any projects done, so I will be showing what I've been working on, a couple of items that I have finished between 2021 and 2022. I do have a pair of socks from I think 2019 or 18. One of my favorite pairs that I own, I've made, and she's gotten a lot of love. You could tell that she's worn out, but still holding up. And then I have another pair that I've made for my daughter years ago. I made myself a pair. She wanted the same pair. I'm missing one sock. So it works out. If I rip a pair, I have a third sock. It works. Couple of hats, shawls, you name it. And as far as any purchases go, I don't think not even tools or anything like that. I don't think I have not gotten anything recently. Again, been mostly home in bed. Trying to do some of this blanket. So enough of the bit babbling and let's get into it. So we're going to start with what I've been working on. The sock and the blanket. We'll do the sock first. So again, I did figure it out. The pattern is by New Leaf Podcast. Oh, she has her name there. Carmen. Her name is Carmen. New Leaf Podcast. So I follow her toe up socks. Same, identical everything, except for I think her stitches are 64. I'm a 60. So, and I'm a 7.5. As before, the yarn is Patton's Croix. It is 75% wool, 25% nylon, 166 yards, 152 meters. I'm almost done with this ball, and I started freaking out. Usually, when it's this low, it's because I have toes, heels, and cuffs from another color. And I'm not doing that with this one. I'm just going straight in. I'm barely up to the heel. And I think I'm running out of yarn. This is super stiff and thick. And I've never knitted socks, I think, with Patton's Croix. No. Patton's Croix, I only use their solids. as I said, the toes, heels, and cuff. I'm noticing a lot more scarves or infinity scarves using some of this yarn, and I'm not this particular, but sock yarn, and super gorgeous. I'm more of a, said it before, I like the boofiness, you know, my projects showing and my work. So this is where I shown y'all last week how much we had done. My lights so don't go today. Oh, there you go. These are my stitch marker. Goes. So from the last video, from when we started to here, and from here, well, let's just say the orange line. From the orange line to the top. That's all I've really gotten done. But considering it's a sock, that's still a lot of work. So she didn't get much love, but I try to put some rows. So that's for that. Oh, 9-inch circular needle, and I'm using a 2.75. So that sock got some love. Again, that is sock number 11 out of 12. And number 12 is my yellow submarine. She didn't get love neither. It's the blanket. So with the pinwheel, I believe, again, it is called the Peppermint Pinwheel Blanket by the Crochet Crowd. And just putting this out there, from what I've read on Facebook, the Crochet Crowd, Mikey, they're going to be doing memberships. So if you have particular patterns that he's got tutorials for, some of that stuff is going to get moved over to his membership based. So if you're working on something and it's free, please make sure you either, you know, watch the video, download the pattern, because once they go to membership, which I'm most likely going to join, I love watching Mikey's videos. Some people, I understand, they can't afford the membership, or, you know, and they can't read patterns like I can. I can read them, but I don't understand it. I prefer to watch someone, and their videos are going to be gone. So just some. So if you follow the Crochet Crowd, please make sure you go to their Facebook page, and you can get more information from Mikey about what's going to be happening with that channel. So I'm hoping this blanket doesn't go up there. And if it does, I've done way too many of them. I can read this pattern. But because I've made over like 20 or 30 of them, to be honest, you go to my Facebook, you will scroll and see how many I've done. There are more that never got pictures. They were kind of on the fly, got to get it done. It's a Christmas gift right out the door. So, and I have my sister-in-law's upstairs still. I made it last year. I have yet to send it. I don't know. I get lazy when it goes to the post office. It's like the DMVs down here in Georgia too. It's every state you go to. It's just ridiculous. So I avoid going to the post office. Sorry, sis. I love you. Jen, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm so lazy. This girl gonna call me later and be like, girl. So I'm gonna send it out, if not this weekend, next weekend. But anyways, so if you're following any of their patterns, please make sure you go to their Facebook page, The Crochet Crowd, and get more information, and hopefully, you know, we'll know what's getting transferred over. As I said, I've done too many of these blankets. I've been rambling about the same nonsense, I think, for about 2 minutes now. Spacing out. So check them out. Go to their Facebook. Get more information. As far as this blanket goes, here we go again. I'm reaching over, and I cleared off my desk. We're using a tripod today, and I'm using my cell phone. I'll know for next time to keep all my stuff on the desk. So, anyways, these are Joann's bags. Now, I didn't show these bags neither, and I know we all are showing our bags. We all have the same bags, majority of us. But I am a cat lady. Cat's there. Yeah. I have 4 cats, 5-year-old, a set of twins that are actually going to be 10 months and 6 days. And then I have a little bitty one. She will be 3 months and 3 days. So, love my cats. Now I'm a cat lady. Oh, I'll show another bag that I made. So, it's from Joann's. 1 cat short of crazy. Yeah, that works. Okay. So, anytime I'm doing big projects or anything, they usually live out of these Joann's bags. It's so much easier for me to just throw my stuff in, even my tablet, phone, wallet, blah, blah, blah. We all do the same thing. So again, I believe the pattern is Peppermint Pinwheel by the Crochet Crowd. And I didn't go with your classic dartboard. I went actual full-blown peppermint wheel. I am using a 6mm hook. Oh, I forgot you're over here. Hey, look at that. The phone picks up way better than my tablet. And I am using a Susan Bates. And I like inline. I'm an inline kind of girl. I don't like tapered. I started off with tapered, don't get me wrong. I started off with Boyd. I'm not sure how they're called again. It's been so many years. I love the Boyd. I don't know. It just, after a while, they're so thin, and I guess my arthritis, and I saw the Susan Bates a little bit, more thicker. And as soon as I tried, again, this inline, I nonstop go. I'm not using my my rubber one. So now I have 2 sets of needles. As a matter of fact, I might as well just show. Oh, and old school Marvel in it. 5 and below. $5. Yeah. I got more Marvel shirts upstairs. I'll probably wear them every time I record. All right, so before we get into this bag, let me just move it to the side, because we're talking about hooks first. So when I went from the Boy, which I don't have any of them, I gave them to my stepmother. She loves those hooks, so I gave her a whole set. When I first started, I was like, yeah, granted, I know it's going to take time. I'm the type of person, I have to have the recommended, or at least, from the 3-point to the 7 or whatever. You never know, especially I was over the road with my husband, so I didn't want to start something like, oh my God, I need a 7mm. Not that it exists. It does in Hobby Lobby and maybe other places. But found it, had to have it, because you come across a project, it's like, wait a minute, they don't make those. But so I got an entire set of the regular Susan Bates. I'll slip her in so you can see here. And I do have a 5.5, I do have a 4.5, and a 3.5, I think. But I keep these extra hooks inside of my bags, because if I drop a stitch, a perfect example, went to Applebee's, my daughter's nagging and nagging, mommy, 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 mommy. I go and I turn, and when I turned, the needle didn't realize, and the stitch went straight down. So thankfully I keep an extra hook, and I was able to pull her up. Anyways, so I do have the regular ones. This is my little bag, and I have to show the bag that he got me for my birthday last year that's holding very pink knits. I forgot the name. I think it's like it's called short raglan, but I made it a long. I don't like anything crop top, but it's a sweater. And anyways, this is the color of the bag, and he got me this. So I'll show that another time. But anyways, so this is just my regular set, and I have all these. They're in my other bags. Of all Susan Bates. Not sure what that one is. So let me take this one back out, because I'll forget. And then in due time, when they started putting the rubber on it, I got the rubber ones. But I don't know, after a while the rubber starts to hurt too. I don't know, because it's just way too long and just right in here. So let me go with the metal one for now. And I've actually blasted through like 3 rows in an hour. So it's like, okay, we're picking up the pace. Let's keep that momentum going. So it's my hook case. Again, we'll discuss it on another video of my birthday bag and what's in my birthday bag. And I got all my notions and everything in there, along with pretty girl right there, Della. So getting back to the project, the peppermint pinwheel. That was the whole conversation. So 6.6mm hook. I'm using Susan Bates. And this is her blanket. I need to be careful taking it out, because again, when your yarn starts to tangle, I know how to untangle it, but I'm here on my desk. Upstairs, I have a couple of dinner tray tables. Yeah, and I put one in front of my recliner so I can just pull the yarn and it doesn't get intertwined. And the cats can't get to it neither. So this is Missy's blankie. It doesn't look like I got a lot done, but you will see my stitch marker, which is the time stone, and then how much I've done. Ta-da! The colors look horrible through my lights. Let's see if we can come around. See some of that color. So when I last did record, I had, let me see if I can get this camera. So from the middle all up to here. And then these last 2 weeks, this is all I've put on from here. I'm not flipping anyone off. Let's use a finger. From here to up there. So, got about a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rows. But remember, there are 12 points. And then you have to increase every color. So between the rows and the increases of 12 times, it's eating up a lot of my time. 5 or 7 days. Well, the birthday is Sunday. So I think I can still get this done by Saturday evening. But I have to do it. I have to work. So that's her pinwheel. Coming out super cute. Now, granted, again, she's a child. I wanted to make it big, but because I'm cutting time, and it's again, it's really not that I didn't want to. Girl. You know, and ask anybody, you had a severe toothache or pain, and you're just like, you know, I'm burning the world today. Like, I don't feel well. I'm in so much pain. Take it all. And I guess that was my mentality too. Just, you know, the more I'm doing this and I'm crocheting, and as much as, you know, I'm moving and I'm doing something productive, my brain was like, let's just rest. That's more productive. So, but that's those 2 projects I've been working on. My husband and I spent the entire day cutting the lawn, and that was a project in itself. Our lawn in the front is amazing, looks great, you know. He takes care of it, our neighbor takes care of it. I'm more of I like my edges done, I like my driveway looking all clean cut, my shrubs, whatever. It's the backyard. We got a creek back there. So because we have a creek, it's constantly moist and wet. This grass grew. My son, tiny little 7-year-old, he was gone. You couldn't even see my son. That's how bad the grass was. So we spent about a good, I want to say 5-6 hours trying to cut the backyard with 2 lawnmowers and 2 weed whackers. By the time I got inside yesterday, I think I did put 1 row, and I was like, yeah, no, not happening. We're done. So I have to make sure today and the rest of this weekend I get some done. And the good thing is that tomorrow we're all taking the kids to the park. So with all the kids playing, I definitely have a lot of time to sit there and get it done. Okay, it said my recording was going to stop because I had an incoming call. I'm so sorry about that. This, again, first time for the cell phone. It looks so much better. The quality is so much prettier. Anywho. The one thing I did discuss last week, though. So I was talking about one of my purchases of last year, my cozies for my yarn. And I had showed a couple of them, which were by the Knitting Notions on Etsy. So that's her tag. And I had the, I knit therefore I swear. I knit therefore I don't kill people. I had one for last year's St. Patrick's Day, and then Born to Knit. And I said I had my very, very first one. I bought one because I didn't know what cozies were. And I said it was a little girl knitting. I found it. It's wrapped up in my lace yarn that I've gotten from Webs. I don't do very well with lace. Trying to look at my camera. Okay, so right here, where all my red hearts, behind it is those little impeccable, I think it was impeccable, little impeccable balls. Real paper lacy. I've tried. I have so many. And I caught them on clearance. You know, when those little balls go on clearance, they put them, I think, for like $1 or something like that sort. So, yeah, one of these. Look at me today. I'm a tragedy knocking things over. Okay, so when they put these, yes, the wool like simile lane, loops and threads, 678 yards, 620 meters, 100 grams, super fine, and it is 85% acrylic, 15% nylon, wool-like. So, where's the camera? Here we go. And is that really? Now, it's still fingering weight. I don't understand, though, between this, I do understand. I just answered my own question. Wool, acrylic. Never mind, I answered my own question. Anyways, I don't like working with it, but I own it. I caught it on clearance, and eventually either I'm going to muster up and start working with it, or just say forget about it and just double up. So, hey, point of the conversation was the cozy that I got in the very first one, and I have some lace weight sitting in it, yarn, and I will eventually find something, but I'll show the color first before I show the cozy. Camera's not doing it justice, but she is gorgeous, really thin. And this was my cozy. Leave me alone. I am knitting, or I'm knitting. You can't read today. The sweetest little thing. So yeah, I didn't get to show that one. Okay. I got that out of the way. Got way too much stuff going on. Look at this. I almost forgot my hook. So, anywho. So I don't lose it. Let's fix that. Yeah. No. I usually throw my hooks in my hair. I got stitch markers that hang from my ears. You can't, well, it's not today, but you'll probably see in recordings, like you'll see a green or a blue stitch marker just hanging off my earrings. I'm tired of losing them. So as soon as I take them up, right to the ear. You're beving. We're going to jump into some socks that are not a part of the 12 pairs of 2022 collection. Excuse me. It's not a part of that. These are just socks when I started learning how to make socks. And good time. So can't remember the yarn. I know it is acrylic. So when I made socks, I did all tubes, and I really hated the fact that it does this weird, you know, because there's no like joint, you know, for our elbow, your wrist, you know, and that part bends and your sock bends. The tube, it doesn't bend. It looks funky. So I decided one day, okay, don't go out buying Patons Kroy, because I had a couple Patons Kroy and I was using them for hats. I don't want to waste it on socks. What if you're not good at socks? What if you're just like, this is not my jam? Like, not happening. So I went in, got some acrylic. Again, can't remember the yarn. I'm pretty sure the yarn is really extremely old. The feel of it feels like Karen Simply Soft. If I'm correct, it's Karen Simply Soft. It's probably most likely discontinued. And this actual sock was made, I want to say 2017. That's because that's the year I got my Chow Goose sets. I was very adamant. I'm learning. Yeah, it was 2017. So, yeah. I call these my Pippi stocking legs, whatever. My Pippi long stockings. Now, let's see if the camera. Oh yeah, see, I gotta. See, the sock blocker stops there, but I got a whole sock. So it's my I don't know what it's called. Short row, German short row, GSR. Okay, so German short row for my layer. And you can tell, see, I was still new. I still have all these buggy holes right in here. A buggy hole right in there. I'm not flipping you off. And then I just kept going. And the funny thing is that this is knitted. I don't know why I did this. I'm just now realizing what I did. I went back in with a crochet hook. See the knit? And I went in with a crochet hook and I started putting double crochets. Wow. Okay. So I did that. So these are my around the house during the winter. It is acrylic. I don't like acrylic on my feet, but then again, I also don't want to wear out my my good stuff so quickly. So I'm kind of just, I'm probably going to use a little bit of acrylic from time to time. So that's for that one. Again, I know I did follow New Leaf Podcast, Carmen, Toe Up Sock, and the yarn is Karen Sipley Soft. I'm pretty sure with these needles, this thickness, I might have used a 5.5 for these socks. So that's for that. Oh, objects going that side. Now this pair, as I was saying, was the yarn is Hobium, not Hobie, Hobium, Hobium. They had shut down, I think, for a little while, and they came back. Their prices were ridiculous, or shipping was ridiculous. I don't know. But honestly, Hobium is not the same. I mean, some of the sock yarn that I have here, you can't find anymore. And every place like that, it's going to be discontinued, obviously. But they had some really good sock yarn. They had some really good mohair, which I've never tried and I'm dying to, but it's very pricey. When they finally came back, I wanted to go back and get some of their sock yarn. But as I said, their selection is just not how it used to be. I rather just go through Hobie or just, LYS. So, anywho, the same thing with Hobie. Excuse me. Hobium. Same thing with Hobium. I believe they have the color on their website, but when you get the actual skein of the ball band, it's got a number. So I don't remember the name of it, but it was from Hobium. And same thing, excuse me, New Leaf Podcast, Carmen on YouTube. Followed her instructions. 9-inch circular needle, Judy's Magic Cast On 2.75. My 9 inches at 2.75. Get all my notes. So I made these. And again, I was still learning, so you see how wonky it's just hanging off the... But then again, these are cheapy Walmarts. I can snap this right in front of me. Not Walmart. Amazon. Don't get me started with their sock blockers. Ridiculous. If you're going to get sock blockers, or at least plastic ones, these, Knit Picks. Go to Knit Picks. Because I ordered these same exact ones before from Amazon. They sent me one blue one, which is actually on that sock. one blue one. Just one. One. What are you out of your mind? Well, you have to send that one back, and then we'll get you the actual pair. I'm like, no, we're just, no. I don't know why about a couple months later, I decided, okay, I'm going to order another one. But I don't know why I ordered large, which it was perfect because I'm thinking, 7.5 and up might be considered a large. So it worked out in my favor. I bit the bullet. I'm going to try it one more time. I bought the same ones. Medium, I got the set. And as in time goes on, you see comments, everybody's saying, oh, no, go to Nitpicks, Nitpicks, same quality, actually maybe a little better, a little thicker. So, but yeah, don't order your sock blockers or your plastic ones off of Amazon. Just go to Nitpicks. In due time, I like to get like the nice thick wooden ones, real nice ones. That they have the cutouts with the little sheeps and clouds and stuff. So, anywho, so you can see, it could just be the sock blocker. That's why it's all. And she's old. But I made this, and my daughter was like, oh, Mommy, did you do that pattern? I said, no. Some variegated yarns already have the pattern dyed. So it just free flow, whatever. So I got my pair. Mommy, I want a pair. So I made her a pair. I can't find the other one. It might be somewhere upstairs, and if it's gone, it's gone. But if one of mine shred, as I said, I have an extra one. No, they're definitely completely off. Look at the size. They're so off. But, what are you going to do? It's a sock. It's a sock. So, again, these are Hobium yarn. Pattern I followed, New Leaf Podcast, Carmen, toe up socks. Now, this one, I just flashed it. As I said, the sock blockers are medium. I got them from Nitpicks about a year or two ago, maybe probably a year. I don't know. Got those, and I have another set, I believe, of these, but again, desperate times. Financial times, I'm not spending that kind of money on sock blockers because I'm not knitting as much and quickly because I'm working. I got the kids and blah, 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 blah. So that's where I took the plastics I showed in one of the videos and I, a placemat. And I made my own sock blockers. Anyways, so these are my favorite sock blockers. These are the best. I'm going to probably order more after the summertime. And it sounds so weird, but I'd love to hang up my socks. Just, like have a, you have a little dress closet, on wheels or something. Kind of just keep a couple of items up there. I'm one of those people that, you have printed t-shirts. You want to see all your printed t-shirts. I want to see my socks. I want to just see them hanging. And you can see my whole pile right there. That's the 12. 10 out of 12. We'll have a separate video, but I like my socks. I like to display my socks. That's my thing. Anyway, stop with the babbling. Felici yarn by Nitpicks. The black is either Nitpicks or Patton's Croy. And I'm pretty sure it's Nitpicks. Because Patton's Croy, I can tell the difference. When I do my socks, this part is like bulbin. And then the sock is like paper thin. So, I don't remember the name of this colorway. I call this my Sally socks. The colors, if you notice, are Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. And then you have the black for Jack's, I know the word suit. But anyways, this was my official first pair when I was ready. I said, okay, I'm ready. Let's get some really pretty yarn. I got this. These colors, and it looks a little bit vibrant. When you get real close, she's so, look how bad she is. You got your holes, like I was still learning. Got a hole there. Not so much here, but So yes, I call these my Sally socks. Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas because of the colors of her dress. So this was my officially very first pair on a 9-inch circular, Judy's Magic cast on, and intertwining, or not so much intertwining, but who knows the word, contrasting the heel, Felici, and then add in that color, back in, add in my very first set. So I love these babies. They stay in my room, of course. Where do your socks stay, right? These get worn maybe twice a year. I don't know why. When it's extremely cold, I'll wear them, but I guess I'm salvaging some of my stuff, like, and it sucks because it's so beautiful. If they were still making the yarn, I say forget about it. I'd wear these bad boys like nobody's business the entire winter time, and I could just make more. But because I can't find this yarn, or haven't, went deep diving on Etsy, Ravelry to find some more, I'm very mindful of the things that I make for myself. So again, the yarn is Felici. I call it Sally by Knit Picks yarn. The sock blockers are also Knit Picks, size medium, and it's 7.5. New Leaf Podcast, Carmen. Okay. So I am going to show one more object, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, because as I said, it is Friday. It's 10:15. I have to get some stuff done today, and kids will be home early, so I want to get dinner going, a house tidied up, and I'm going to set a goal. If I can at least get 3 to 4 rows done on that blanket, I'm golden. So I'll wrap it up a little early so I can spend some more time on that blanket and get her done. And I'm hoping I can I really want to get a video, at least 1 to 2 more videos before her birthday, which is again, Sunday or Saturday. So if I don't get it, I did download a video editor. I'm going to play with that and see if I take a picture of her blanket, if I can't get a video in, at least I can pop it up on the screen, or I can use it as my, what are those? What's the word for when you post up a video and you have your, man, it's going to kill me. Anyways, so if I take a picture of it and I put it up as my thumbnail, at least you guys will be able to see it that way. But so I'm going to show one more object, and yeah, wrap it up for today. Thankfully I can remember the pattern, because Ray from Needles at the Ready has made quite a few, and when I saw his gray one, which was just, I believe was gray, it was a solid, it was still a cute hat. I don't really wear hats like this, but hey, my hair has been growing back. I'm so sorry, I'm so itchy today. I don't know why. I haven't been in the office, so I really haven't dusted down here. It's probably what it is. So my hair's growing back out. I didn't flatten it like I've done the other ones. You can see my curls are growing out, they're boofing. So the best part with these hats, I realized, wait a minute, I don't like tying up my hair sometimes. Let it boof inside the hat. So the name of the hat is Sock Head Hat by Kelly McClure on Ravelry. The yarn I used is also from Hobie. It was a, don't know the name of it because again, everything's in numbers. It was a part of the Halloween yarn collection that they had. So again, the yarn is by Hobie. Don't know the name. It is a color, way, but a number. The name of the hat is Sock Head Hat by Kelly McClure on Ravelry. And I really wish I was able to find Kyle or Karen. Hey, I was given these mannequins. That what was on their tag. That's what we're sticking with. I can't find Kyle and I can't find Karen. They're both scary looking mannequin heads. I wish I can show this better on one of them, but I guess it'll do. So here's my hat. Here's my hat. Here's my ribbing. Now I think it was like 6 inches, so it can fold the brim, or you can just leave it down. And then well, it's definitely not a 5-point. I don't know how many points, but how many points decrease? And it's just pretty how the color, you see the decreases? It spirals out, super pretty. So, I'll ruin my hair now. I thought I had a straggler. I'm really bad at that. Every single pair of socks has not been weaved in. So after I'm done showing that video, I got to spend a day or two just weaving. Get back to the hat, Tina. Get back to the hat. Hey! Socket hat. So you can wear it, basically leave your whole brim out, you know, and it's covering my ears. It's got this cute little slouchy slouch in the back. Or as I said, for me, let's not ruin my makeup though. Let's not let that happen. Again, a lot of hair. Perfect. I got to do this. Let my hair down. Yeah, that worked. See? So now my hair is just, it's in there. I don't have to have it tied up. I don't have to have, for me, I have a sensitive scalp. So when I was born, my hair was, well, growing up, my hair is extremely curly, like Puerto Rican. So I have extremely curly hair. When I hit my 20s, I started getting really bad headaches from my curls. I don't know if it's just sensitive scalp or just the tension of the curls and tying my hair and clipping my hair. It's bad. It's bad to where I had to go and get a piercing in my ear to stop the headaches, which it did help. Some people it does, some people it don't. Anywho, so that's the reason why I kind of wanted a hat like this, because there are times where it's cold outside and I don't want to be out there having a headache and I'm freezing. I'm nice and warm. My head is okay. I'm good. So let's get my mop back in order. And then, like I said, it's a brim. I'm not a brim kind of person. I really aren't. But then again, the project was fun. Like, don't get me wrong. I make hats all the time. I mean, I have so many CC beanie hats, and we'll get into these another time because the kids ripped off my thing. Actually, this is the one that goes to it. Okay? We're not going to talk about it, but I make so many hats. This one was a flop. But anyways, it's the same pattern, or if I do the CC beanie, or if I do something else, okay, cool, great. This is a normal round and round and round, but I actually enjoyed this one. I really did. So anyways, the brim part of it, or just a regular brimmed hat. Make it thicker by folding it up, and then it fits. So one of my favorite hats. I love wearing hats. Excuse me. Wintertime, I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. Hats. Hats, 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 hats. We'll be going out to dinner. I slap one of these on. My husband's like, seriously. Please fix your hair. It just depends. If I'm having a headache that day, you're getting a hat. You're getting me with a hat. So, again, Sock Head Hat by Kelly McClure on Ravelry. The yarn is Hobie. Yeah, Hobie. I don't know the colorway. And that's it for my finished objects, or objects over 2021, 2022. This one, yeah, she was actually just done at the end of December. So she's actually a brand new finished object from the year into. So one of my faves, put it on this side. All right. So, of course, I got to read my script. I'm still learning because, how do you put it? When I'm talking to everyone and, you know, we're listening and things like that, I don't want too many fumbles. Now, granted, that's just how I am. I do space out. I do kind of, like I said, you'll see me gone. It happens. And I'm not going to cut it out. I don't know how to. I don't know how to. And it's funny. I mean, it's funny. Whatever. You know, it's me. It's my personality. It's the person I am. It's my brain. So if I'm, you see, I'm looking down. I'm telling you, I'm zoning out. But back here is telling me, read the script. Anyways, I do want to thank you guys for all stopping by. And if you like what you saw and you like what you heard, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that like. And don't forget to turn on your notification bells. So every time when I do post up a video, y'all be able to go ahead and catch me. Until then, thank you, Yarnies, and thank you, Crafters. Bye.